Good morning, students of Gonzaga High School. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you today. It's a shame we can't do this in person. My name is David Peters, and I'm the Green Party candidate in the District of St. John's East in the federal election on October 21st. There are over 50,000 people who may be eligible to vote in this district, but only one of the candidates from the four major parties will represent you after the election under our current system of choosing lawmakers. This electoral system needs to be changed so that people who don't vote for the winning party, without a doubt the majority of voters, are more likely to be represented in our government. I grew up only a couple of kilometers from Gonzaga on Winter Place. I went to PwC, but my son John went to Gonzaga, graduating in 2014. I worked hard after high school, getting undergraduate degrees in business and sociology and a master's degree in sociology. It's really important for you to continue your education and get any credentials that you can. Education will open doors for you throughout your life. I worked for Bell Alliant for 30 years and now teach university courses full-time. I'm also a musician. I sing, play guitar and percussion instruments in a band that plays charity shows in and around St. John's. Our natural world, our very life support system, is in huge trouble. Your teachers have probably told you about climate change, the fact that the air and water on Earth are getting warmer and the Earth's support systems are under increasing stress. You may have seen or heard about Greta Thunberg on social media. She may win the next Nobel Peace Prize because her simple and wise message to my generation has been an inspiration to millions of people all over the world. We have a very small time to quickly slow the pace at which we burn fossil fuels like gasoline in our cars, boats, ATVs, and airplanes. We need to, within a very short period of time, begin to heat our homes and businesses using electricity from clean, renewable sources of power. Windmill farms, hydroelectric, solar panel farms, and other clean forms of energy. Not from burning coal and oil. We have to encourage people to accelerate the pace with which we are adopting a plant-based diet, because animals we consume in our food emit an enormous volume of climate-killing methane gas. We have raised the air temperature on Earth, on average, a little over 1 degree since we started burning a lot of fossil fuels less than 200 years ago. The carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide released when we do this stays trapped in the atmosphere for a long time. So even if we achieve the goal of effectively zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050 around the world, this only gives us a 50% chance of keeping warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, our sort of safe range. If we don't take bold action, we'll get to 4 or more degrees of warming in your lifetimes, which, according to Kevin Anderson, a leading climate scientist, summarizing the scientific consensus, is, and I quote, incompatible with an organized global community, is likely beyond adaptation, is devastating to the majority of ecosystems, and has a high probability of not being stable. In other words, a 4-degree average global rise in temperature, our current path, involves the breakdown of human civilization, human suffering on a massive scale, and a mass extinction event akin to the end of the age of dinosaurs. Can Canada fix the climate crisis alone? No, we cannot. Must we do our part? Absolutely. Are we doing our part now? Absolutely not. And that's why I'm here. The Parliament we elect on October 21st will either continue us on the catastrophic path we're on, or it will take the bold action needed for Canada to do its part to heal the world. The Green Party has the boldest, most aggressive plan to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, to meet our agreed obligation to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. To that end, a green government will, in the next decade, 1. Ensure the entire electrical grid in this country is powered by clean, renewable sources. 2. Ensure that all vehicles sold are electric powered, not gas powered. 3. Issue no licenses for new oil and gas development projects. 4. Ban imports of foreign oil while diverting existing production of Newfoundland offshore oil to refineries in Canada for sale in Canada. 5. Recruit and retrain current oil and gas workers. Put them to work insulating millions of homes and businesses across the country and in the production and distribution of clean, renewable power. 6. Expand agricultural production to replace 1/3 of our food imports from other countries with products made in Canada. Make farming in Canada organic, phase out factory farming of animals, and encourage an increasingly plant-based diet. I focused my words this morning so far on the climate emergency because it's the most important issue that politicians all over the world must deal with. The Green Party does have a full plan for Canada, including plans for healthcare and education, including eliminating tuition at all universities and trade schools in Canada, something we're very excited about. Please visit greenparty.ca for full details and budget documentation. I know that most of you cannot vote in the election on the 21st, but you ought to be able to. The voting age in Canada should be lowered to 17 or 16. To those of you who are eligible to vote, please do vote. Our protection against corrupt or incompetent government is never guaranteed. That protection only comes when we are informed and active as citizens, and voting is a minimum of citizen engagement. I hope you found this presentation today a useful part of your learning experience here at Gonzaga. Thanks again for the opportunity.